welcome to another spooky little dark tale. Today we are travelling into the mind of Edgar Allen Poe with a review of the short little dark tale of Berenice. And this is a very, very short tale, and I will begin by reading the first paragraph because it just sets the scene, shall we say. Misery is manifold. The wretchedness of earth is multiform. Overreaching the wide horizon as the rainbow, its hues are as various as the hues of that arch, as distinct too, yet as intimately blended. How is it from that beauty I have derived a type of unloveliness? From the covenant of peace, a simile of sorrow? But as in ethics evil is a consequence of good, so in fact out of joy is sorrow born. Either the memory of past bliss is the anguish of today, or the agonies which are, have their origin in the ecstasies which might have been. Now, our narrator, we never get his name, but he is singularly obsessed with his cousin, a lady by the name of Berenice. But not in a loving, romantic, warm, stalkery way. This is more the unhinged psychopath obsession. And that he wants to possess her as an object, put her on a shelf as a trophy that he alone can look at. She is the yin to his yang. She is beautiful, energetic, outgoing, worldly. And he is dismal, ugly, confined to his own company. And he wants to keep her for himself. But when she falls terminally sick and starts to lose her youth, her beauty, her grace, everything that made her the victim of his obsession, then he finds her completely repulsive. And the reason why he finds her the most repulsive thing is that she is actively derailing his obsession in front of his very eyes, in real time. And there is absolutely nothing he can do to change that. He can see it. He finds her completely repulsive, but he still wants to keep her around. He wants to know that she's in that room. He wants to walk past the doorway and see her suffering. It makes him feel better about his own life. As she starts to look sicker and sicker and as a grotesque of herself, he becomes singularly obsessed with the only part of her that has not got sick, is not dishevelled in any way, is not eating itself alive. And to him, the only thing of her that is remained as perfect as the image that was his obsession for years. So much so that when she dies, because she was terminally sick and getting sicker, and he wasn't getting anyone to make her feel better, when she dies and is buried, the night of her burial, he goes to the graveyard and digs her body up, removes each of her teeth one by one and puts them in his pocket. And he doesn't put the body back in the ground, he doesn't put the soil back in the hole, he leaves the grave open to the elements, the body just discarded in the open coffin. And he returns home, where he sits behind the desk in his study and comes back to his senses in a way. He doesn't know what he's done at that minute. He just knows that he's sat behind his desk. There is a box in front of him on that desk that he knows he's put something inside, but he can't bring himself to open it because something in there is quite terrifying. And it's then he notices the shovel leaning against the wall of his study, covered in graveyard dirt. Now all of this is much to the horror of the servants, who, it now being morning, wake up, discover that the grave has been desecrated, for want of a better word, and the body just strewn out. And they run to find him in case something has happened to him, as somebody dug the body up thinking that there would be treasure and gone to kill him too. But in coming into this study, they see him dishevelled, stood near his desk, covered in dirt, and the shovel leaning against the wall, and his hand on the box, opening it, revealing his cousin's teeth in the velvet red box. Now, like I said, this story is extremely short, but my God, is it horrifying. It's completely unsettling, and our point of view character, our only point of view character, is completely unreliable, singularly obsessed, and just plucks what he wants from what he sees. And it ends up devolving into complete madness with absolutely grotesque results at the end. So let me know your thoughts on this very short story down below, and have a happy Halloween.